Hey guys, how's it going? PG here, and I'd like to introduce you guys to Scratchy the Dragon. And today's video is a little bit different. We are going to be doing a dragon-based build. Um, Couple different things going on in this video. This is my attempt at a more of an eternal dragon. That's why we're using denial, so that we can never die. For those of you who don't know what denial does, basically, when you are killed in the game, a little puff of like smoke pops out or whatever the fuck happens, and your character gets like a magic like 1 pixel of health or whatever the fuck the case might be, and you can survive whatever happens. So it's kind of just like a second chance, I guess. Will be a little bit important. Also, as you guys can see, I am not letting other people summon me in this video. I am summoning all these reds. Doing that for two different reasons. One, I enjoy the way our build looks, so yeah, fuck it. I decided I didn't want to be red. Also, I don't really summon people very often, so it's not very often I get a chance to actually see who the other reds are. So I decided I would try to summon a different red for every fight in the video. It was a little difficult. Sometimes I had to wait a little bit, and I actually edited out, I think, like 2 or 3 matches where I ended up fighting the same person. But that's alright. Scratchy the Dragon is actually a pretty viable build. A lot of people discredit the what are these called? The little claws. Because they're not high damaging weapons, and the people that do use them tend to infuse them with blood damage, causing your little bleed meter to build up a lot faster. We don't really give a fuck about bleed. We're not trying to bleed people out. We are scratching the shit out of people. So I actually really enjoyed this build. I'm using the claws. We're dual wielding the claws. We're using denial to keep our health forever in a little bit of a range, and we're also using the Dragonstone tablets, both the head tablet that lets me shoot fire, and the body tablet that lets me do that cool little shout. All right, Soul of Solaire. That's the guy we're fighting right now. I picked this dude specifically for his name, hoping that you guys could see a super cool Solaire build. I was immediately let down. Obviously, this is not Solaire at all. This is some asshole using like 50 different weapons. I'm a little let down, but that's okay. Burn Solaire a little bit. As you can see, this is a multi-weapon build. Allowing the build itself to kind of have an opportunity to see what works against an opponent and exploit whatever weaknesses an opponent might show. So for right now, he's trying to use a Murakumo to try to range me. It's not gonna work. We're a little smarter than that. Alright, so switches out to a sword. That's too easy. Also, this build can parry. If I switch out to a bare hand, I can parry. It's not something I prefer to do. It takes a little bit too much concentration. And Soul of Solaire went ahead and bowed, respecting the parry. That's pretty nice. I was really hoping to show you guys that cool shout where you break someone's poise. Just dodge some more of those crossbows. That's some bullshit. And as you can see, Soul of Solaire has, what is that? Just a normal twin blade, I think. We are not too worried about that. Just gonna keep setting her on fire here. Or him. It looks like a female character, but you can never tell anymore. The select few females that play this game have like super buff manly characters, and creepy dudes have female characters, and I don't know. We are actually using the Mothra build right now. There you go, finish this fight. So technically we are a female character, if you guys couldn't tell by the the opening walking sequence. I don't know. Like I've said in past videos, all my characters are dudes because I'm a guy, obviously. So it was kind of off-putting to me to make a female character because I feel like that's a little bit misleading. But yeah, then I realized, you know, hey, I only have male characters. I should make a female character. And I wanted to do it for a couple different reasons. One of them is that in the very opening stages of this game, when it first came out, people were saying that female characters had lower stats. That, of course, didn't turn out to be true in the slightest, but it was something that I looked into and I was actually really curious about. Turned out to just be another forum rumor, but let's go ahead and see if we can burn this guy alive. Oh, there we go. Little extra fire damage. East Bay, good fight. It's always fun for whatever reason to finish someone off with the fire like that. Of course, it's not something you can do in every match, but fuck it. It's fun when you get a chance and someone's really low on health. Alright, so here we are fighting the Bloodhound or whatever the hell his name is. And he is a very, very active opponent. He's got a shitload of stamina. So we need to be careful about walking into combos. And of course, extended combos. So we're going to go ahead, break his poise right there with some fire. Just to kind of show that we have our own type of range. And he disappeared. Bloodhound is gone. So we'll go ahead, do a little victory chant right there. Yeah, try to summon someone. Nope. Alright, so we're gonna go replenish Denial. Denial does not last. Oh, there we go. Somebody invaded, that's why. Denial does not last until you die. Denial, oof, maybe about 5 minutes. It really doesn't last all that long. Just about long enough for a PvP match, really. Or a boss fight, based on whatever you're doing. Actually, that'd be kind of interesting. For someone doing a not a no bonfire run, but a no death run to attempt to actually use Denial effectively. So as you can see, we got lag stabbed pretty bad there, but that's alright. We are the Eternal Dragon. We do not give up that easily. And we've already beat this dude once before, so we're not fucking worried about this. This dude can go ahead and swing to his heart's content. He is not gonna win this fight. Swing, 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 swing. There we go. You should know by now that we're a little faster than him. Let's go ahead and get a backstab of our own. There you go, little guy. And there's some fire. There it goes. Yum, yum, yum. Eat that shit up. It's in your face. Alright, now it's time to finish this guy off. I've noticed that invaders tend to have much stronger builds than your typical summon, like your red summon. I'm not sure if it's coincidence or not, whatever the case might be, but it seems like the people that you can summon usually have average build, your typical build, the build you're used to seeing, using weapons that you're used to defending against. Whereas other people who invade you have very high damaging, terrifying weapons. And they're really aggressive and they're good fighters. That's just an observation. I don't know, might not hold true. I summoned this guy for a reason. I've been into him and his little buddy's room, and him and his friend like to host fake fight clubs where one of them is a red and the other is the host. And whichever one of them is the red, of course, pretends to fight you. And then when they get close to losing, they gank you. I don't pretend to understand it. I messaged them, both of them, asking, hey, you know, why do you feel the need to gank people? But neither of them replied, so I thought I'd get a little karmatic justice right there, and go ahead and summon that guy and fight him. As you guys can see, he was not exactly a challenging opponent. But here we are, moved on to a katana user. Actually, I wanted to give some credit to katana users. In the past, I've always kind of referred to it as a training wheel style build, which it is for people that use katanas all day, every day. There's nothing special about katanas. They're extremely versatile, and you can pretty much use them anytime, anywhere, any style of build. But the other day when I was using my little mustache ninja, it had been so long since I'd used katanas that I actually felt like I was at a slight disadvantage almost. I don't know, for any of you guys who don't use katanas very often, or maybe haven't used katanas in a long time, let me know if that holds true for you as well. But I really did feel like I was at a disadvantage using the katana, which sucked. I want to say I was slightly ahead of the curve when it came to the Berserker Blade, which of course you farm at the second bell tower, I believe. And it was just one of those random things where I stumbled across it. Of course, this is before people talked about, hey, you can farm this weapon by doing this, and you know, this, that, and the third. It was just one of those things where I just kind of, he randomly showed up, I killed him, and he dropped me a weapon. So, you know, that being said, it was actually really cool for me. I was kind of ahead of the curve when it came to that weapon. So in my beginning videos, you guys will see I used the fuck out of that weapon. I loved it. It did pretty decent damage, and I believe its stats have actually been altered more than once through the patches. But that's not important. Let's redirect. Let's focus back here on Scratchy the Everlasting Dragon. Tell me what you guys think. Claw weapons, viable, not viable? Obviously, me doing a couple matches doesn't exactly showcase how effective and overwhelming this this build can be. This is not a min-max by any means. We're not actually really doing that much damage. I've seen people do horrifying amounts of damage with these when they focus their build on actually doing damage with these weapons, like min-maxing their build for the claws. I believe there is a Wolverine build out there for those of you guys that are interested. I don't exactly remember the stats and the requirements, but the Wolverine build was another thing that happened in Dark Souls 1, so of course it is transferred over to Dark Souls 2. I would say overall, like a rating, just 1 to 10. I would rate this build as like a 5 or a 6. The reason for that is that the dragon armor does not fucking protect you at all. You might as well just be naked. Like, the dragon armor is not very helpful. But it's fun. Like, that's what redeems this build, is that this is something I haven't excuse me. This is something I haven't really done, and it's just fun to do. It was really enjoyable, and I think that's what really redeems any build, if you think about it, is just the level of enjoyment you get when you actually play that build. Alright guys, here are the stats and rings and everything like that. As you can see, we're doing pretty decent damage with the claws. We got our dragon armor, it's not really that impressive, and our rings. Now, keep in mind, you saw my stats. I have Flynn's ring, take it off, drops by about 30 points. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.